Hello and welcome to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. In this week's edition, we'll recap all the races from Saturday, March 5th. It was a celebration of Supreme Ventures Racing and Entertainment Limited in recognition of its role in the horse racing industry. The feature event on the 10-race card was the SVREL 5th Anniversary Trophy. Let's begin our recap of the weekend, beginning with race number 1. This was titled the Reggae 6 Trophy. The field was reduced to 9 following the scratch of Patrick Lynch's entry, Ring Charmer.
They're off for the first. First start. Yanza Lynx in the red silks goes for that lead and gets it quickly. Heavenly Glitter racing out wide with Positive ID near the rail. Chandra's Law as they leave the 7 now picks up that lead, so John left a length in behind as Chandra's Law stretches the lead a bit. Yanza Lynx tracks them in third in the red silks. Cruella races on the rail, Heavenly Glitter out wide. Mind that cat slotted in between them as they leave the 6. Positive ID races out wide of Horses and Catalina at the back, but just about 6 or 7 lengths separates the entire bunch, so it's wide open as they arrive at the 5. Chandra's Law continuing to lead up under Radish Roman, guiding this one to the half mile, so John staying close a length and a tailback. Heavenly Glitter now begins to make ground. Yanza Lynx is travelling well as they arrive at the half mile and go thundering into the turn. They're about to get to that 7/16th, and Chandra's Law attempts to go all the way, so John pressing only a half a length down. Heavenly Glitter is there. Cruella in between Horses. Classical Orb, the favourite, runs the rail. Yanza Lynx now asked to make some ground with Positive ID. Mind that cat is also picking up as they group tightly, and Catalina is left at the back and looks to be hopeless as the leaders turn for home. They're at the top of the lane. A quarter of a mile to run. It is still wide open on the rail. Chandra's Law has folded up, so John picks up the lead. Here is Cruella. Classical Orb now beginning to creep closer and takes the rail run as they dash past the furlong pole. It is Cruella from Sir John and the favourite Classical Orb now produced on the rail by Dane Nelson. Inside the final 16th, Classical Orb and Magnificent Dane begin to come away from them. Classical Orb wins it. Cruella is second. Could be Mind That Cat third over Sir John. Yanza Lynx is 5th.
Ridden by Dane Warrior Chief Nelson, Classical Orb was comfortable in victory. The Ian Prasad entry clocked 1 minute 40 and 4/5 of a second, going 1600 meters. Race 2 was the Catch 9 Trophy and saw the Nelson-Prasad partnership taking aim to back-to-back victories. Crafty and Ready was a hot 2-5 favourite, while Peking Cruise and Ajita were both late non-starters.
1100 meters, 5.5 furlongs. They're ready and sent off. A perfect start. Crafty and Ready gets away on the outside, just the lead narrowly over Rohan Kabir. Donald Mighty fills a sandwich, and Unknown Soldier is at the back as 3.5 lengths separates the entire bunch on the run toward the half mile. Crafty and Ready will get there first with a length and a long tail advantage. Unknown Soldier now asked to pick up on the outside and moves down into second. Donald Mighty is third just over Rohan Kabir. They're separated by 5 lengths on the run, passing the 3 as the quartet make their way now toward the final 5/16th, and Crafty and Ready now begins to pull away from them. Unknown Soldier is left 3 lengths back and under a ride, but Crafty and Ready, Dane Nelson has his hands full, doing absolutely nothing yet as they leave the quarter pole behind them in the stretch, and now he quickly changes his hold as they run past the 3/16th. It's Crafty and Ready. A couple of cracks of the right-hand stick. Unknown Soldier is running on the spot over against the rail. Donald Mighty treading water, but it's Crafty and Ready in the green silks with a pink cap inside the final 16th. It's all over. Crafty and Ready and Dane Nelson. A back-to-back double for Prasad and Nelson. They win by 6 or more over Donald Mighty. Then Rohan Kabir. Unknown Soldier is 4th.
The Warrior Chief and trainer Ian Prasad partnered with Good Effect to secure the first 2 races of the day. Crafty and Ready clocked 1 minute 7 and 1/5 of a second, going 1100 meters. It was also back-to-back victories for owner Michael Edwards and Group Derek Green. The third event of the day was the Placepot 8 Trophy, which saw 7 thoroughbreds going 1100 meters. Dodge This Link, another entry from the Ian Prasad stable, was the 3-5 favourite.
They're off. Another fair start. Anita Dorado gets it and flashes early into that lead. Little Buzz chasing, Better Best on the rail. Duke of Springs in the red races in 4th, possibly 4 lengths off that lead. Dodge This Link is right in behind. Soul Treasure racing next on the rail, ahead of only one. State of Emergency. They've left the half mile. The tempo was increased as they now arrive at the 7/16th, and Nina Dorado attempts to go all the way. Duke of Springs and Better Best racing behind. Dodge This Link is in fourth and now beginning to make gains as they arrive at the 5/16. Soul Treasure also asked to pick up. Little Buzz ridden but left toward the back with State of Emergency. But Nina Dorada brings them into the lane. Duke of Springs asked to attack on the outside. On the rail in the blue, that's Dodge This Link. And Better Best is tucked in between them. But still, Nina Dorada continues to lead them up. Approaching the final furlong, Radish Roman and Nina Dorada in their attempt to go all the way. And they are now clear. Better Best running on the spot in second, left 4 lengths back. It's all Nina Dorada with a clear and unstoppable advantage. Nina Dorada wins by 5 or more. Better Best is second. Dodge This Link is third. Soul Treasure fourth. Duke of Springs is fifth.
It took Lawrence Fremantle's entry, Nina Dorado, to break Ian Prasad's dominance on the day. Ridden by apprentice Radish Roman, Nina Dorado clocked 1 minute 10 seconds flat, going 1100 meters. The Pick 5 trophy was the day's fourth event. Jason DaCosta's entry, 3 times lucky, was the most fancied among punters, sent off at odds of 1-2, going 1300 meters.
Field in line. They're off 1300 meters. And coming out behind horses was Blind Faith with Dane Dawkins. As they charge past the 6, Milkman and City Council match strides. 3 times Lucky watches them close up, just a length and 3 parts back and racing in third. Laser Light is moving on the rail. Bruce Wayne in between horses, almost invisible, as they charge up now toward the final half mile. Making ground at this stage, Blind Faith is now on the move as they arrive at the half mile. Milkman just the leader from a City Council, 3 times lucky. A Blind Faith races down against the rail. Sunshine Cat right alongside. San Siro is a length and a half back. Bruce Wayne toward the back, and last of all it's a Laser Light as they skip past the 3 and run to the 5/16. Milkman on the rail, just the leader, attacking now that 3 times lucky, and they will come into the lane in close quarters. They're into it now, a quarter of a mile to run, and Milkman is asked to kick on under the left-hand stick, but 3 times lucky points on that lead. City Council is running in third against the rail and getting cracks of the stick as they run past the furlong pole, but it's 3 times lucky and Awesome Anthony Thomas now beginning to assert. They approach the final 16th. There's no stopping. 3 times lucky accelerating the entire stretch, and 3 times lucky comes with momentum and bounces in to win by maybe 6. Milkman is second, tight between Bruce Wayne, City Council. San Siro is fifth.
3 times lucky, ridden by champion rider Anthony Thomas for Jason DaCosta, came home ahead of the field by 6 1/4 lengths. 1 minute 22 2/5 was the winning time, covering 1300 meters. The day's 5th event was named the Twilight 6 Trophy. Horse number 9, Madam Catalina, was a late non-starter.
Over to Denzel Miller, they're off. First start, Mule Train and 6th Avenue, a bit tardy at the start. Victoria's Medallion takes off quickly, big argument on the outside. Little Grovey Thing, these 3 now abreast as they charge down the far side. JB Flyer is racing up next in 4th as they leave the 5. Soul Amia on the outside asked to pick up with Always Vigorous. To Cat Be the Glory tacked onto the tail end of that group. A gap of 4 lengths opens up to 6th Avenue, and a Mule Train going nowhere at the back. They now run toward the final 7/16 of a mile. They're in the bend for home, and Big Argument is in complete command at this stage, leading up by almost 5 lengths. Soul Amia chasing as they leave the 3. A group of horses, Always Vigorous, now trying to close up. On the rail, that's Victoria's Medallion. JB Flower is in between horses. To Cat Be the Glory is up with the front runners but turns for home wide, but Big Argument has to be caught and continues to lead them inside the final 3/16. It is Big Argument out in front. Kierman McGregor had a peep in his mirrors as they arrive at the furlong pole, and now he pulls the stick out in the left hand. In behind him, To Cat Be the Glory and Always Vigorous now trying to close the gap, but it is a Big Argument inside the final 16th. To Cat Be the Glory finishing best of the rest, but not good enough. Big Argument will win and win easily in the end over To Cat Be the Glory. Could be Always Vigorous over Mule Train. Soul Amia has finished in 5th.
Edward Stanberry's Big Argument, confidently ridden by apprentice Kierman McGregor, secured an uncomplicated 2-length victory. Kyle Anderson's To Cat Be the Glory, which was second past the post, was disqualified and placed behind Rowan Matty's Always Rigorous. The sixth event was titled the Caymanas Parlay Trophy. Puskas and Ali were both declared non-starters. Apprentice Shane Richardson was a replacement for the injured Samantha Fletcher.
Field in line. They're off immediately. She Says Yes came out. Racing in the middle, showing some good speed. And NASA nearest to us with Ashley's Glory tacking over toward us as they make their way now passing the three. She Says Yes battling with Anaso. They're the front runners at the moment, and they now begin to drift more toward the center of the course. Copper Soup is further back in the middle and drifting to the far side. Smokescreen is the one nearest to the stand fence, but it is Anaso the leader from She Says Yes, now driven to try and get on terms, but Anaso now getting a couple of cracks of the right-hand stick inside the final furlong. Anaso holding that lead over She Says Yes. They drive inside the final 16th. It is Anaso and Daniel Satchel who hold the advantage and will keep it to the line. 2 lengths in front of She Says Yes, close between Smokescreen. Copper Soup. Starlee is 5th.
Ryan Darby's entry and also at odds of 4-5 completed the 800-meter trip in 48 and 1/5 of a second. She Says Yes, Copper Soup, Smokescreen and Starlee completed the top 5 places. Race 7 was the Pick 4 trophy. Anthony Nunes's Morimoto and Alfred Brown's Babylon Will Fall were both scratched at the gate.
Another brother is in, field in line. They're off immediately. Bugatti gets a fair start, drifting over toward Potential. Peaky Blinders is now switched toward the center. Prince Sanjay is showing speed in the middle of the racetrack. Another brother is coming across near to us, along with a Melmick in the orange silks of Lorenzo Robinson. But they're coming up now inside the final 3 furlongs, and it is Bugatti who matches strides, with Peaky Blinders running a big one, and Peaky Blinders has that lead over Bugatti racing in the center. Prince Sanjay has drifted more toward the far side. Peaky Blinders on that lead narrowly. Bugatti now throwing down a strong challenge and beginning to worry Peaky Blinders as they race toward the furlong pole, but Peaky Blinders is drifting off a true line and taking Bugatti with him as they're inside the last furlong. It is Peaky Blinders out in front under Philip Parchment. Bugatti is left 3 lengths back and found wanting along with Prince Sanjay. Peaky Blinders, first time of asking, beats Bugatti. Then Prince Sanjay, Potential ahead of another brother.
An impressive debut for Stephen Todd's Peaky Blinders, ridden by Philip Parchment. Peaky Blinders clocked 59 and 2/5 of a second, going 1,000 meters straight. Apprentice Matthew Bennett replaced Samantha Fletcher aboard Jack Carey's for the 8th event. This was titled the Last Triple Trophy and saw 9 thoroughbreds going 1,400 meters.
Field appears to be in line, they're off. Angelos and Mr. A the slowest to escape the confines of the gate. Smoke Haze gets a good start and goes straight to that lead. Jolly's Dream racing on the outside. Drakir is racing near the rail. Cola Will in between horses. XY Soul racing out wide at this stage as they leave the 6 and run toward the 5. Smoke Haze and Dracaris continue their battle royal up front. XY Soul is racing next as they make their way now toward the half mile. A Jolly's Dream kicking in on the outside. Cola Will is the one racing near the rail with XY Soul. Jolly's Dream has faded back. Bold Sammy is under the stick. In behind those Gorgeous Gift in the red silks. Then Mr. A as they're stringing out. And last of all, it's Angelos as they come arriving at the 3. They're there now. Cola Will beginning to attack the leader. The leader is Smoke Haze, has led from the off as they leave the 5/16th and will come into the lane. It is Smoke Haze, the grey and the green silks. Cola Will attacking on the outside. Dracaris is left back over against the rail. In the center, that's Jolly's Dream, wide of them. XY Soul and Gorgeous Gift on the extreme outside, but now Cola Will picks up the lead and runs toward the furlong pole, beginning to shake loose from the long-time leader. Smoke Haze now beginning to fade. Here is Gorgeous Gift asked to run on, but Cola Will, the rider, a busy man inside the final 16th. It is Cola Will and O'Neill Mullings. They're clear and won't be caught. Cola Will beat Angelos running on late, then Gorgeous Gift, Jolly's Dream, Smoke Haze.
Marlon Anderson's Cola Will, the 72 entry, had a 2-length victory over Angelos. Gorgeous Gift and Jolly's Dream were 3rd and 4th respectively. The SVREL 5th Anniversary Trophy was the feature event. This was a 3-year-old and up open allowance event going 1100 meters. The Fitzgerald-Richards pair of Patriarch and God of Love were once again expected to dominate the field. Matthew Bennett was once again a replacement for Samantha Fletcher, this time aboard Ten Sang Chung's Secret Identity.
They're off. Perfect start. Eagle One gets it. There goes Patriarch as expected, wanting that lead and getting it. As they run past the 5, Eagle One is there. Duke is early in between horses. Secret Identity and God of Love race next. The band toward the back with Father Patrick now beginning to gather momentum. They've left the half mile and run now toward the final 7/16th. And Patriarch attempts to steal the show, going on by some 2 lengths. Being chased there by a God of Love, his stablemate. Secret Identity is running in 3rd and moving quickly. Eagle One has faded back. Duke now begins his run. Father Patrick the same on the outside. The band toward the back, but they've got to catch the fleet-footed Patriarch, and he's under the hand ride at the top of the lane. It is a Patriarch holding on to that lead. Here now is God of Love asked to kick in. Over against the rail, Secret Identity. Duke is toward the outside, but Patriarch is full of run. Blasts past the furlong pole and continues to hold a clear lead. Patriarch inside the final 16th is going to romp the SVREL 5th Anniversary Trophy. Patriarch and Robert Halladine score by 4 or more over God of Love, his stablemate, then the band Duke and Eagle One.
A routine 1-2 finish for Richards' speedy duo of Patriarch and God of Love. Patriarch, ridden by Robert Hadball Halladine, went 1100 meters in 1 minute, 5 3/5 of a second. The day's final event was the Michaela Financial Trophy. Hakeem Potinjo was a replacement for Jerome Innes aboard Ride with the Mob, while Jordan Barrett replaced the fellow apprentice Samantha Fletcher aboard Stall Walking Girl.
Field in 9 and sent off. My Mum Just, Isotope, Ride with the Mob, Hot Ice, and Subby, they came off at the back of the field. Nez Perce got a good start with Storm Valley attacking early, and Storm Valley gets the lead from Nez Perce. Stall Walking Girl right on their heels and a very close-up 3rd as they flash past the 6. Tradition races with above hole links out wide. Isotope runs the rail. Puddington and Hot Ice in between horses. Vampire Ejection is out wide as Puddington fades quickly. Could have hit a speed bump. Subby races up next on his inside with Ride with the Mob beginning to gain on the rail. Dr. Gray is next as they charge down the far side. Whatever races toward the back of the field. And last of all, it's My Mum Just. They've left the half mile. They run now toward the final 7/16th, and Storm Valley is the one positioned right on the rail, battling for that lead as they come charging up now toward the final 3. It is a Storm Valley down against the fence that battles. Nez Perce on the outside, these two eye to eye as they make their way passing the 5/16. Stall Walking Girl is asked to pick up. Hot Ice is the one running down against the rail as they come thundering now into the top of the lane. Storm Valley gives way. Nez Perce has that lead. Here is Above Hole Links now kicking in over on the rail, and Above Hole Links now picks it up. Nez Perce left back in second as Above Hole Links begins to run away from them. Subby on the extreme outside could be the danger, but they're inside now. The final 16th, it is Above Hole Links with that advantage. Subby coming late, but it's going to be too late. Above Hole Links will win by 4 or more over Subby, Hot Ice, then Dr. Gray, and Nez Perce is 5th.
Welsh suitors Above Hole Links at 37-1 created an upset in the day's 10th and final. Ridden by apprentice Yuval Pinnock, Above Hole Links went 1500 meters in 1 minute 38 seconds flat. As we recap another thrilling weekend of racing, it was highlighted by the 1-2 finish of Fitzgerald-Richards entries in the day's feature event. Jockey Dane Nelson, trainer Ian Prasad, along with owner Michael Edwards, and groom Derek Groom all ended the day on 2 victories. This followed Classical Orb's successful run in the day's opener and Crafty and Reddy's victory in race 2. This has been another edition of the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. I'll see you next time.